This video is about going over all the video games that I've played on Steam for the past, I don't know, 20 years. Let's just get into it. Let's just go. I just want to talk about some games, alright? Starting off with Age of Empires 2. Now, I played this when I was very young, like a teenage age, I believe, maybe even before teenage age. And I was really good at it. I wrote guides on websites. I wrote guides for fan sites. I was very high elo on the MSN gaming zone. And as an adult, I eventually came back to it only to find that I didn't remember or have any of all the hard work I put into learning and playing really good at this game was gone due to time. And so this game was a huge motivation to become a gaming YouTuber so that I could catalog and save my power level between games. So if I make guides for games, then I can, 10 to 15 years later, I can look at my old guides and catch up to where I left off without having to start completely over. Because right now, if I try to play Age of Empires 2, in like 1,200 elo, I just get absolutely dumpstered, okay? And that's just how it is with these old games. People, that never quit playing from 20 years ago are going to kick your butt. And that's it makes me just not want to play it, so womp womp. Age of Empires 4, I actually liked this game. I thought this game was amazing. I thought it was a very fun and good game. However, it had a few flaws that made me quit. And you can see I played 88 hours of this game, and I might try it again one day, but essentially there's a few things. So, well, besides that, let's talk about one other thing. As a YouTuber, I have to play a game that I can make money off of. I was getting no views playing this because the content creators that have Age of Empires, content cornered, people would just watch them and not anyone new, except for one Australian guy that has like a Simpsons avatar. So he's the only one that broke out of the, the thing. But regardless, there was two reasons this game made me uninstall. Reason number one was the only game mode had wonders, and I don't like playing wonders. You just build a bunch of walls. You build what's called a wonder. And the wonder, as long as it doesn't get destroyed by the enemy after like 10 minutes, you just automatically win. I hate that. Reason number two is dropped games. You would play a game for like 40 minutes, you'd have a really good fight, and then the game would just bug out and kick you out, and you couldn't rejoin. And I think it was like people crash hacking too, because every time I was about to win, oops, the game desynced, and the game is now lost. Whoops. So I just quit after that. Now, we all know that I play a lot of Albion Online. I don't play it on Steam. I use the native client. But this game, I tried it out in like 2017 when it wasn't free to play, and it wasn't that good. And I was like, whatever. I was still wagey at the time, so I didn't have time for a game like Albion. And then I came back when it went free to play and played ever since. And my favorite thing about Albion Online is that you don't have to be in a guild. You don't have to suck toes, and you don't have to do raid bosses to get in-game loot. You can just chop trees or pick up rocks for 20 hours or whatever, and then you can just go buy the best weapon in the game. And then as long as you don't go to the full loot PvP zones, you'll never lose the best weapon in the game. And then you can just rinse and repeat until you've had your fun. And I think that's absolutely great, because one thing I hate about like World of Warcraft is you have to join a guild to get good gear. Whereas in this game, you can just you can do anything that makes money and get the best gear, and I love that. That's my favorite thing about this game. What do we have here? Amazing Adventures Around the World. I don't know what this is. I don't know why it's in my library. This is probably one of my girlfriend's games. So, Apogee Playtest. I tried to play this because I saw the Lazy Peon play it, and the playtest was already over, so my playtime is 1 minute. I can't talk about it. Ark Survival Evolved. There's too many cheaters on this game. I have not played it on Steam. It was just free to download, and then you get to keep it if you downloaded it on Steam that one day. That's why it's on my list. Avowed. I wanted to like this game. I wanted to play this game and actually make guides for it. However, there's no audience for it. There's a 3-digit amount of people that are playing this game. The writing was atrocious. It had literal... Your character would roll his eyes in text, and that's stupid. It's 2025. Animate that crap. If you want your audience to see a character roll their eyes, animate it. Don't put it in text. The game was very MMO-feely, but it was very slow, and it's already solved. Like, speedrunners solved this on the first day anyway. Also, the company wanted to give me a copy of this game on Xbox gaming service. It's like, no, I want it on Steam. Screw you guys. But this guy, Russian Bot, he gifted me the game. He's a pretty cool guy. Back for Blood Beta. I hoped this game was going to be good, It was DEI woke sloppa, so it sucks. Baldur's Gate 3, I actually very much enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3, and I know there's some woke characters in it, but you're free to kill them or throw them into hell or whatever you want to do, so that's really fun. And there's a lot of creativity. I think the music is phenomenal. The music is absolutely gorgeous. And very fun game. I'd like to reinstall it at some point and give it another playthrough, but there's not a lot of money to be made on this unless you're a girl, like a guy pretending to be a girl with a voice changer that's obsessed with Shadowheart. Yes, that is a YouTuber. Yes, I am making fun of them. Banana. Okay, the funny thing is I made one video as a joke for this game. And apparently a Singaporean news station used my video in their news report, so that's really neat. There is someone that works at a news station that watches my videos, and that's just so cool. Breachaway. This game was, they asked me to play it because I'm a YouTuber, and I get asked all the time by a million different people to play a game. And I was like, you know, it kind of looks... let me see if I can show you some screenshots. It kind of looked like Faster Than Light, which is a really cool game, and I like that game. But come on, show me the screenshots. All right. Yeah, it kind of looked like Faster Than Light, but with cards. The gameplay was crap. The music sucked. This game wasn't that good. I didn't like it. Now, I used Cheat Engine to cheat the game, and I still couldn't beat the bosses while cheating and having every unlock and all the best gear. And so that means it's a very imbalanced game. All right. Next up is Brighter Shores. I actually liked Brighter Shores. I thought Brighter Shores was very fun. And I don't have a lot of hours into it. And the reason is if you rush to the second zone, and this might be fixed. This might be fixed. I don't know. But whenever you got to the second zone of the game, all your skills reset for that second zone. Now, every time you return to the first zone of the game, yeah, you had your skills for that zone. But skills were zone-based, and I hated that. So I quit. Call of Duty. I didn't get any views in my Call of Duty content, so I don't know. Sorry. It's an okay game. It's like fast food, I guess. I don't know what this Chuzzle Deluxe is. This is probably a game my girlfriend owns. Coral Island is a game that my girlfriend plays. I don't play it. But apparently there's a character that lives in a van named Benji, and they definitely took inspiration from me. I know they did. Also, Singaporean game, by the way. Counter-Strike 2. This game is fun as hell to troll in. Back in the day, when I was a teenager, I was in the pro leagues for Counter-Strike back in the day, and I got kicked out of my teams, and so I quit. I was I don't like pro esports stuff. I'm just so very spiteful about it, but it is fun to play ranked on this game and then just sandbag and make my team lose and talk crap, and oops, I didn't disarm the bomb and stuff. All right, this simulator, I don't want to say this word on YouTube, but the simulator, this was given to me as a joke, but the dev that makes these games is insanely based. The guy that makes this game, he makes a bunch of stuff like Tyrone vs. Cops. He makes a lot of funny games. And he is so based that he will airdrop from a drone hard disk copies of his game into popular streamer and YouTubers' yards. Like, he is a very normal 4chan poster, very based. Cyberpunk 2077. I actually enjoyed this game. I thought it was really cool. I liked the story, I liked the music, the setting, the gameplay. I liked all of it. And I would have liked to have made a lot more guides for this game, and I kind of wanted to go back and make more guides, but the devs ignored me, so I couldn't get like the expansion. I'm not going to pay for it. And unfortunately, YouTube at the time, because this game was very controversial when it came out, they just blanket demonetized everyone that was below 100k subs that tried to play this game. And at the time, my subs were like 20 or 30k or something, so I couldn't make any money playing this, but it's still a good game. The Cycle Frontier. This game was really fun. I really enjoyed it. However, it had a problem. Hackers. Hackers were in every game. And this game died, I think, a month later, so it's a real shame. Dark and Darker. I enjoyed the earlier parts of Dark and Darker. It was a very fun game. There was a lot of fun to be had, but there was so many stupid changes and playing it on different platforms, and then you had to pay for it at some point. I was just like, nah, I'm good. And now if you try to play it, it is slop. It is garbage. The biggest thing I hate about Dark and Darker is that they didn't segregate solo and group players. So group players would just march all over solo players, and you were completely screwed. Dave the Diver is something my girlfriend plays. I don't know what this is. Dead by Daylight. I do enjoy Dead by Daylight. I've got 742 hours. However, I haven't enjoyed a single new character they've gotten for a very long time. My favorite memories are playing as Legion, and Legion was so broken that people would disconnect as soon as they saw that you were playing Legion. So I would just spend all day queuing up and getting disconnected and just getting free wins, and it's like, I don't care about winning, I just care about pissing people off. And yes, I play a very mean killer when I play this game. I corpse camp, I body block, I hook camp, I do all the mean stuff that killers do. I don't let the survivors have any fun at all. Deadlock, I love Deadlock. I think Deadlock is one of the best MOBAs ever. However, this game suffers from a complete lack of player base, and this game was I have sunk more time into, out of all of my guides besides Minecraft Legends, and I'll get to that game, Deadlock was the biggest time sink of guide making to no views. I got no views whatsoever covering this game, and that's a real shame, because I really enjoyed this game. I would play it to the, if I had money on lockdown, if I had just money in the bank where I didn't have to work or do anything to make money and pay bills, I would be playing this right now. This is what I would be playing, because this game is great. It's League of Legends on crack. It is Dota on crack. I really hope that this game blows up one day. I have 418 hours, and I want more, but I can't afford to play it. Deceive Incorporated. I made a video on this. I thought out of all the social deception games, this one did it really well. However, after a couple weeks of it being out, this game, the players got way too smart, that or they were cheating, and so the game was completely ruined. Basically, you play as a spy character, and you could disguise yourself as civilians, and you had to steal, like, briefcases and kill the other spy assassins, also trying to do the same thing. It was a really fun game. Not a lot of people played it, and then hacks or just meta slaves completely ruined it. But yeah, I really did enjoy this game. Delta Force. I couldn't like this game. I tried to play all the game modes, and it was just free-to-play slop. I don't have anyone to play with. I think this game is probably more fun if you have, like, actual friends, whatever. Disney Dreamlight Valley. I don't play this. This is a game my girlfriend plays. DK Online. So, this is a game that I was originally going to main when I was trying to figure out my YouTube channel. I had just got done playing Will to Live Online or something. I'm like, I need a new MMO to main. So I started playing this. And what happened was, in this game, I got pretty high level, and there was some guy that was botting. He was botting in a bear cave, killing bears for healing potions. And so I flagged up in PvP and killed him so that this bot could not farm potions anymore. Well, when you flag up for PvP anywhere, even in the wilderness or whatever, you are now permanently marked by guards to be kill on sight. And guards will instantly teleport to you when you get near a town and then one-shot you. And this game has lose XP on death. So I lost a week's worth of experience points for killing a bot. And once that happened, I was like, okay, I quit. Which was, like all my playtime. So yeah. Dubium. This game was not that great. It was only played by Korean and Chinese players. The faces are so ugly. This game was dead on arrival. It was just Among Us, but with extra steps. Elden Ring. I don't like Elden Ring. I only played this to make guides, and I was still late to that party. The guide videos did very good, and they still do good to this day, but I don't enjoy this game for one main reason, and that reason is that your save character, whatever progress you have in this game, is saved client-side. What does that mean? It means that there is, when you progress your character, it's saved on your computer. So you can just alter your character's save file and give it whatever you want. Which means there's no point in grinding, there's no point in leveling, there's no point in doing anything in this game. Also, there's no chat, there's no actual chat, there's just emoting at people and leaving weird pre-made messages. Like tongue butthole? Like, what? It's so stupid. Enlisted. I really enjoyed this game. I played it on the native client and not so much on Steam. I tried it on Steam not too long ago, and it was just bots and non-English speakers. The game has completely fallen off, but when I did play, my quitting moment was when hackers, I'd be flying at 5,000 meters in the sky in a plane off the map, and somehow I would get headshotted. And it's like, no, you're not shooting me from across the map on the ground. Through somehow in hitting my head through the bottom of the plane. You're not doing that. That's not a thing you can do. So hackers ruined it, but it was fun while it lasted. Enshrouded, I actually asked the developers if I could play this game and cover it. they obliged and liked my channel and gave me access to their game. I played the game for 39 minutes, and I was like, this game sucks. And the thing is, I don't think the game entirely sucks. I think that the game was already solved by the time I got around to trying to play it, so there was no guide making for me. There was no anything. I don't have friends to play this with. If I had friends to play this with, it might be more fun. But it's like 4-player co-op. Like, it's not MMO-ish. I can't join, like, random servers and find people to play with and stuff. And the game was it just wasn't I didn't like it. I'm sorry, but it's not a bad game, I guess. I just personally didn't like it. Evil. This game I have talked a lot of crap about in members-only videos. The devs are absolute idiots, and the gameplay sucks. This is basically Town of Salem with extra steps, and I wanted to originally like the extra steps, but the thing is that all the alpha testers have completely meted this game to the point where it's completely unfun, and they can immediately solve who the killer is without even talking at all, or without anyone even dying in town. They can just run into your house and be like, yep, you're the killer, and then you're dead, and then they go next, and it's a completely unfun game. But the devs are just the worst people ever. Fae Farm. Now, this game is this is not a game you would think I would enjoy, but I actually very much enjoyed this game. However, there's no audience for it, and no one's really playing it, so there's no one to even talk to the game about it. But it reminds me a lot of not Farmville, but something. What's the name? Harvest Moon. That's the game that this reminds me. It's like a spiritual successor to Harvest Moon, just with fairies and stuff. And I think it's a cool game. I would play the hell out of this if I was rich, but I can't afford that, so whatever. Farlight 84. Now, I played this with some Albion streamers and his friends before he had betrayed me by being friends with Tommy666. This is Albion drama, don't worry about it. But this is just a Chinese version of Fortnite, and it's alright, it's okay, it's fun. They were a little too sweaty tryhard. I just want to have fun and do stupid crap, but they were, like, shouting all the time about, call-outs and positions and stuff, and, like, I don't want to play games like that. I mean, they're all out there trying to be like Sun Raku from that one anime. What's the damn anime called? Shangri-La Frontier. They're trying to be that guy, and I'm just trying to be like a chill dude that just wants to troll and grief and maybe just not try so damn hard. But like I said, they became friends with Tommy, so I had to leave their little community, which they had a lot of spies in anyway. Like, eQuart's editor was in that freaking community, and ugh. Anyway, For Honor, I tried this game out. It was weird, and the meta was stupid, and the controls were dumb, so I didn't like it. Foxhole, I wanted to like this game. I really wanted to like it. I wanted to switch from Albion to playing this, but it has a few problems. Problem number one is that, well, it doesn't have the player count, but problem technically number one is that the game is completely controlled by clans. To the point, like, I have a bad review on it. Like, here's someone's review, and they summed it up pretty well. Asked people to help me learn. Got told to go fight on the front instead. When they went to the front, they got told that the front, that they were a waste of t-shirts, which is respawn points. Very unfriendly to new players. But yeah, this game, it's gatekept by clannies, okay? And, it's an automated ban system game. So what happens is when a clan gets upset with you doing anything in the game, and they always will be upset with you, they will immediately just mass report you, all of them. They'll just say in the chat, like, one clan will say in the chat, report this guy, even if you've done nothing wrong. And then everyone will just instantly mass report you, and then boom, you can't play for a day. You can't play for 2 days. You can't play for a week. You can't play for a month. And then you're permabanned. And your money is stolen. And that is the truth of this game. It sucks. Like, everyone's paranoid that you're an alt account, from the enemy team trying to sabotage their stuff. So what did I do when I played? Well, I made a whole bunch of videos on Foxhole where I did grief and I did sabotage, and I can completely ruin the entire faction on my own in mere hours. Power grid gone. All of your fancy tanks, ammo, and supplies gone. Months of effort from thousands of players gone in a day. And so this game wins the literal award for most griefable game in existence. But yeah, I wanted to like it. Now, they're making a medieval version game called Anvil Empires, and I would like to try it, but I know the devs hate me. I know the player base hates me, so I'm probably just going to skip it. It's not going to have a lot of players, and I think the Albion audience would really like Anvil Empires, but oh man, if you're not in a clan, you're just going to get the same treatment. Fragpunk. This is free to play. This is like Valorant, and it's silly, goofy Chinese Valorant, which is also Chinese. But nah, this game is cringe, and it's a little too easy. It's boring. I'm just bored of it. Gas Station Simulator. This game's all right. It's okay. It was free to play. Why not? And it's okay. It's nothing. No real complaints. Gloria Victis. This game you can't play it anymore, even though the install button's here. I don't think the servers work. This was absolute slop. Some dev offered me a bunch of money to play it or to make videos on it. So I was like, hey, I'll play your game, and if I like it, I'll make videos on it. I played the game and hated it, and so it doesn't even show my playtime on here for some reason, but whatever. The game sucked, and so I never made videos on it. Good Pizza. I don't know what this is. Must be something my girlfriend plays. Governor of Poker 3. A lot of people don't realize play for time 6 minutes. Okay, so let me explain the playtime and the poker game. Okay, so real quick. I'm a fan of gambling and a fan of poker. I'm very good at poker. And there are two types of ways to play poker online. And that is truly randomly number generated, of course. And then there is random situation generated. And this game was random situation generated, which means you're not randomly getting drawn cards. The entire table is randomly getting drawn hands. And then you play out the hands. What that means is that you're going to see a bunch of like 3 and 4 of a kinds when statistically and mathematically it's impossible to get that many. Half-Life. I think everyone knows what Half-Life is. It's a very old game. It's a very good game. And it's on my Steam list because it was free if you downloaded it on a certain day, and now it's just on my list of games forever. Halo Infinite. I enjoyed Halo. I used to be a Halo Pro gamer. Halo 2 was the best Halo. Halo 3 was alright. I spent 16 hours a day training at Halo, and I was in the top 0.02%. I was up there with like the Ogre Twins and all the other big freaking names. I was in MLG and all that stuff, and yeah. That was my past, but this game was not it. This game had a big problem. It had what's called the mouse into controller port cheaters. So what happens is you plug your mouse into this thing and you plug it in your computer, and the game thinks you're using a controller, which gives you auto-aim, and then you just killed everyone and got Onyx ranked. Hawked. This is a Fortnite knockoff game. I don't remember what country it's from, and it's an alright game. It's cool. It's a little bit different. There's some extra mechanics, and the graphics were nice and pleasing, and the gameplay was fun. My gripe, and the reason I quit, is that there was no matchmaking. So you would be, as a new player, matched against people that have been playing the game in alpha for years, and you just stood no chance against them. It was brutal. And so, yeah, the dev didn't care about that, my complaint. They talked to me about it, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to fix that. So I'm like, okay, bye. Healed to Death. Now, the lead dev of this game randomly contacted me from a Gmail account. He's like, hey, your audience might like this game and find it entertaining. And that was it. It wasn't like, can you play my game? Or, I'm a company and blah, 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 blah. We would like to offer you blah, blah. The guy literally just emailed me and said, hey, I think your audience would like this game. And it's a single-player game where you play as the healer in a dungeon group, like an MMORPG. So you're just healing your team while they kill the monsters and the bosses. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of soul. I think it's like $13. I highly recommend. I made a video about this. I think it's a good game. I just played it earlier tonight and got most of the achievements. There's not a whole lot to do here. You can see when you can see, like, here's all the achievements. Like, I basically beat the game in, like, 4 to 5 hours or something. I don't know. But, yeah, 5.6 hours I beat the game. All right. But it's still fun. It's still cool. Helldivers 2. This game is a cinematic masterpiece. If you want to play a game that makes you feel like you're in an action movie, this is it. Now, I recommend if you do play it, play against the bot. I might reinstall this because it felt good. However, the reason I quit was the devs are super woke and weird. The Discord's super woke and weird. And every time I would play, I would just only get matched up against, like, Chinese cheaters that have, like, infinite ammo and infinite, special summons and stuff. And it's like, where's all the normal people? Like, no one would ever talk, and it's just cheaters everywhere. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if I'm, like, put into a cheaters pool, because one time in a match, I looted, like, the whole point is you get these little collectibles and you can get unlocks. Well, one time, I joined a match, and there was Chinese cheaters in it, and whenever we extracted, we all got 99999 freaking thingies. And it's like, okay, well, that happened, and now, I guess I'm in the cheaters pool. I don't know. My only other guess is that someone saw an RMT video where, yes, I have made a video for an RMT company because the owner of the company bought me Pax Dei, and he's a cool guy. He hasn't talked to me in like a year, though. I kind of miss him. But here's the video. It's Boss Services, and yes, this you can see in the video, you can see, like, it's clearly my video. Like, you can even see my name, Soul Benji, here at the bottom. Now, I was too pushy, and I was very in-your-face attitude when I was making this shill video. And again, I didn't get paid to do this. I just did it out of the kindness of my own heart. And you can see he unlisted the video because he said I was too rude to people or something. I don't know. So maybe some dickhead was like, "Oh, RMT company," and like reported me or something. I don't know. Heroes and Generals. I love this game. Was so fun. This game was my jam. I mained this game before or in between YouTube channels rather. I loved it, and it was this weird ongoing free to play like World War II game. And it's shut down now. You can't play it. The servers are dead. The game was way too old. But essentially, it it kind of had some pay-to-win elements. I'm not going to lie there, right? One of my favorite things was to get a loadout where you have a rocket launcher, a bunch of rockets, and a motorcycle. And that would eat up so much of the in-game credits, you had to farm for about 20 to 30 minutes to earn those credits. I even have a video on my channel on how to farm credits as fast as possible, which pissed off a lot of people. But essentially, if you want to have one really fun match, it costed a lot of credits. Now, people got so good at this game, and there was cheaters, but people got so good at this game that one really good pilot could dominate the skies and kill everyone else on the enemy team. And I still remember it was someone called like Holy Cow or Mad Cow. I forget their name. Something related to cows. And they were like the best pilot ever in this freaking game. And if they were on the enemy team, you were just screwed. You just leave or you just AFK because there's nothing you can do. They would just murder you endlessly. And I was like, I want to get real good to do that one day, but I had to work a job, and I didn't have the aptitude for it, so whoops. All right, now we have Hogwarts Legacy, and this game was all right. I thought it was a pretty cool game, and my YouTube videos didn't do so good on it, but this game is probably what prompted me to increase or upgrade my thumbnails, because I blame really bad thumbnails for my poor video performance. And now, whenever I do thumbnails, they pop a little bit better. So this game did help my YouTube grow just a little bit. Hotel Renovator is not a game that I've played. This is my girlfriend's game. House Flipper 2. I thought that I could ride the wave of the popularity of the original House Flipper and make some videos for this game. Sadly, the current generation does not give a crap. This game is kind of slop anyway. Yeah. In the Black. Now, devs wanted me to play their little space game, and this game was absolutely terrible. The controls were awful. The game was unfun, and yeah, this is just a complete waste of time. I don't know what this game is, but it's my girlfriend's game. Inzoi. Oh man, what a thumbnail. I wanted to ride the train on this popularity of the game because it was supposed to be free to play. I was led to believe this was a free to play game to replace The Sims, and 4chan was freaking out about it, how good it was. Now, I tried the demo, I tried the character creator and the house builder, and I hated it. I thought it was stupid. The gameplay loop is just single player, and there's no missions, no questing, there's no stuff to do. It's just playing with toys in a video game. I don't know. It was really dumb. None of it appealed to me. Now, I did sign up for their content creator program, and at the end of it, they wanted to charge me money to get in, and I was like, no, that's not how this works. I don't pay you to be your content creator. You pay me. So I abandoned it. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I really like the first Kingdom Come Deliverance game, which I have on a different Steam account, but that's why it's not listed here. But essentially, this game had some wokeness and some weirdness to it. I'm not going to really get into details because YouTube, but I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as the first one. It's okay. The videos, they did okay, but they could have done better. But like, every freaking YouTuber ever jumped down this game's throat to cover it. The devs ignored me, by the way. I emailed every single person I could for this game to get a copy. They didn't give me a copy, so Russian bot here. This guy bought me Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 out of his own pocket, so thank you so much for that. Lightyear Frontier demo. This game was okay. It was very slow. It's like a little single-player base-building cozy game, and I was trying to, get into the cozy game space just a little bit, and the devs sent me this game, and I'm like, yeah, I'll play it, whatever. It has a very, the robot has an AI voice, and it's a very jarring southern AI. But this game never got popular, so I couldn't make videos on it. Lost Ark. Now, I actually really enjoyed Lost Ark. It's probably one of my favorite action RPG games. However, there's a lot of problems. I had no one to play with. The game was already solved by Korean YouTubers before it ever came to the West, meaning I had no chance at all of getting views on YouTube, and I tried my damnedest. Now, I did manage to get to the front page of the entirety of Reddit with a troll that I did, which is so weird to me. Now, my troll for this game, my famous troll, was that I just AFK'd raid dungeons. You would randomly queue into the raid dungeon, and I just AFK'd it. And when they would vote to, like, leave the dungeon, I'd vote no. And so would a few other people, and then we would be stuck in the dungeon together. And then, without everyone participating in the in-game raid dungeons, it wipes the whole party, right? Like, if I stand in the magical water bubble, everyone dies. So I would just waste people's time about 40 minutes at a time till everyone force quit and the party got disbanded because people ate the penalty, right? But this made, like, some woman got so enraged that I was kidnapping or, holding her hostage in a video game, and it hit the front page of Reddit. There was, like, thousands and thousands of haters, and they're all downvoting my vids and stuff, and it's like, yes, I love this. It was my favorite memory of this damn game. But also, doing what I did gets you banned in the game. Automated, of course. But my quitting moment was this game got entirely overtaken by bots. And there wasn't any real people to play with. It was just bots. Even in the dungeons, it was just bots. And it's like, if your entire game is being played by bots, and I'm not a bot, why am I still playing? Manor Lords. This game was just randomly popular one day, out of freaking nowhere. I had never heard of it. I didn't know what the hell it was about. I just saw the player counts was in the hundreds of thousands, and I'm like, indie game, hundreds of thousands made by one guy. I can probably get a copy for free and make some guides for it. And so I shot my shot, and the publishing company, Hooded Horse, who publishes a bunch of games, they were the nicest publishing company ever. Those guys are amazing. They responded so fast and very, very politely and professionally. I am blown away by how awesome that publishing company is. So they have my respect. The game is good. The game is all right. It's not really my cup of tea. The YouTubers in this space are way better at getting views than I am. Their guides aren't better, but they are better at tricking people into watching their guides over mine. So I couldn't really compete, and I just didn't really enjoy the game enough to really, like, go balls deep and really tear the game apart and min-max it. I just min-maxed it enough to, like, beat the game, and that's it. And it's a single-player game, so, those don't really last too long with me. Marvel Rivals. I made a video where I trolled, and it didn't go anywhere, and the game sucks. It's Overwatch, but Chinese, and also Marvel, so it's cape shit. I'm not even a fan. I don't even know Marvel. I know, like, a few X-Men characters because I watched the cartoon. I don't really know nothing about Spider-Man, or I haven't even seen the Avengers, dude. I am way behind. Like, I'm just never gonna watch it. Okay, I'm just never gonna watch it. So the game's not very fun, and no one really talks on the mic. And when they do, it's just like, shut up, blah, 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 right? It's just kind of boring. Minecraft Legends. I absolutely adored this game. I think this was a very good game, but also a terrible game. This was, okay, have you ever played Pikmin for the Nintendo? It is multiplayer Pikmin. That's what this game is. It is not Minecraft, it is multiplayer Pikmin. But there is no voice chat, there is no text chat. And one person on your team, it's a 4v4 game. One person on your team can completely grief you. Now, this game has a player base of 7. That's right, there are 7 people playing this game. Not even enough for a match. You need 8 people for a match. The single player was okay. The single player is just more of a learning tutorial, really. And the problem with this game is also that, well, no one wanted it. No one played it. It got nowhere. It released to nothingness, like nothingness numbers, right? And so I made like 20 guides. I made guides on everything that I could for this game that I could think of, hoping that it would blow up, like how Minecraft blew up and I could ride that wave and maybe get a house. No. This game is the one game that I got the least amount of views on in my entirety of all of YouTube forever. And it was a lot of effort to learn the game and make all those guides, and they went nowhere. But I do enjoy the game, and if I was super wealthy and I was a multi-million sub YouTuber with a community, I would buy everyone this game and have them play it with me, because it's a lot of fun. I do enjoy the game. But I played it until I couldn't anymore. There's just no one to play with. So yeah. Mordhau. Mordhau sucks. I don't really like this game. There's cheaters, and there's a stupid meta. It's very unfun. It's kind of funny to lop off someone's head with a claymore or something, yeah. Or, you know, troll people by shooting a bow at them or whatever, or going into 1v1 servers and just killing people. But no one really plays this. I haven't played it in like 4 years, damn. But, no, it could have been better. It could have been way better. Multiversus. I'm a huge Smash Bros. Fan. I never went into the pro scene for Smash Bros., but I thought about it. And I played this game to a good success when it was in early alpha. I was a Superman main with like an 86% win rate or something, like crazy high, like pro gamer high. And what happened is they took the servers down for a long time, and when they brought it back up, there was all these stupid pay-to-win features where you had to unlock characters, and I had already grinded out unlocks, and all of those unlocks were gone, and that pissed me off, so I just quit, and I didn't play, and all the new characters were stupid and dumb. Like, I don't want to play as the female rabbit from Space Jam, whatever. I don't even remember her name, dude. This character alone is a reason why furries exist, and I loathe the character. Necromunda Hired Gun. Now, I used to have a guy that would donate at least like $1,000 a month to me back in the early World of Warcraft New World era. Some lawyer guy, and you know, he was really cool because he gave me money, right? But he just randomly gifted me this game, and so I kind of felt obligated to play it and make guides for it. So I did make some guides for it. But I don't like Warhammer. I don't care for the Warhammer universe. I think that people that play Warhammer games or the tabletop game are just rich, snooty assholes. I care not for Warhammer stuff. I haven't found a single Warhammer game I've liked, and I just felt obligated to make the videos for him because he was throwing a lot of money at me. Now, what happened was we started playing New World, but we didn't play together because he had his own little circle of friends, and I wanted to be in his circle of friends, but he wouldn't let me. It's so weird. He's like giving me money, but he doesn't want to be my friend or play games with me, and it's suffering. We had one conversation where he yapped about, you know, being a lawyer and having to do lawyer stuff for people, and how little faith in humanity he had, and then he never talked to me again. I gave him all of my stuff from New World before I quit because I knew I was about to get permabanned on that game, and then he never talked to me again or donated after that. So it's like, okay, whatever. New World. Oh, hey, we were just talking about you. So New World. Oh, what an adventure. New World was the one game where it's like, I don't want to be a solo player. I have to join a guild so we can do all the guild stuff. So I joined the Enclave, which is led by Buzzcut Psycho, which is the guy from PlanetSide 2 that was the top guild dude. So if you're from Albion, you know of Mojo and Syndic. Well, this was the Mojo and Syndic of PlanetSide 2. And he had a reputation like crazy, like... The reputation is one that I respected. It was a reputation of strong freedom of speech, and I wanted in, but he doesn't like YouTubers, and as much as I hung out, I wasted 11 months with these guys. He just kicked me out one day. We went off to play Star Citizen, and he just never liked me. I don't know why he kicked me out, but it is what it is, so bummer. But the game itself... It was all right when it first came out, when a million people were playing it, and then the servers died. We would kill the servers, go to a new server, kill that server, so on and so forth. And, yeah, they did some shady stuff. They did a lot of shady stuff in this game, but I would probably still hop on and maybe play it if I had... Look, if I had friends that played this, I would still play it to this day. I'll tell you that much, but I never made friends. I never had real, actual people to play with. I was just in a guild that killed servers. That's basically it. And I made like a whole 200 videos on this game. And, you know, I was the only one showing, like, oh, where to get broccoli and where to get this resource, right? And I think if the game had a healthy player base, that I could have moved into a house by now. But nope, game died after 2 months. After 2 months, this game freaking died. Yeah. And then the test server. I have 224 hours on the test server, dude. Once Human. I'm still actively playing this game. You can see, last played yesterday. I played this with my girlfriend, and this game got taken over by cozy girl gamers. It's weird. If you go to Twitch, it's all girl gamers. And they all just play dress up, and they just, you know, play the game and build pretty houses and stuff. And I still think the game's fun. There's still videos to be made. This company, Once Human, they offered me $10,000 a month to make content for their game. And you may be thinking, what the hell, Soulbidgy, why didn't you take that deal? That's a life-changing amount of money. $10,000 a month is insane. That is like $120K a year, on top of the YouTube earnings, which would be $137K a year. I don't make $137K a year. I make $17K a year. So 120 plus $17K. Got it? But anyway, the stipulation is that I had to be fake nice, that I couldn't say naughty things, I couldn't speak my mind, I had to be only smiles and positivity, and I just knew that I couldn't do that, and I wouldn't do that. Like, I would do that for 100K a month, but not 10K a month, I'm sorry. It's a fun game, it's alright. They made it a lot easier to play now. You don't, like, used to, there were these limiting factors where you could only play for so long before you couldn't farm anymore, and they took that away. And so now, because I have infinite free time, I can just completely destroy a server's economy. Yes, that's right. Outriders. I thought this game would be cool because it was Square Enix, but they've been making a lot of shit games lately, and the Square Enix reached out to me to play their game. They didn't offer to pay me, but they did offer to give me the game for free, and that's more than enough to get me to play your damn game. I made a few videos on it. They did okay for the lack of player base. This is just a Destiny clone that costs money, and it's not as good as Destiny 1 or 2, okay? So just don't worry about this game. It's dead in the water. Palia, now, I really wanted to like this game. And I don't play this on Steam. I play it on the native client. And I don't play it anymore, but this company was ex-Blizzard devs, but not the good ones, but the lefty woke ones. And they did a naughty. There's a YouTuber, Twitch streamer named Danny, and he dug through the game files and saw some like files about swords and stuff, and he made a video about it, and they copyright striked him for it. And that is a big no-no. That's when you killed my interest to your game, dude. But essentially, they were jerks to their content creators, and also they never let me in their content creator program because my girlfriend wanted like a free plushie or something, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that, but they never let me in. And so what I ended up doing, and I never recorded what I did, I never actually like put it on camera, but I hacked the hell out of this game. Right? This game had no cheat protection whatsoever. So I would, here's the extent that you could cheat on this game. And this stuff here I did not do, but you could access an admin panel, go to anyone's island, and then delete or steal their stuff. I never did that. You could speed hack in it. I did that. There was ESP. I did that. I radar hacked. Of course I did. Now, I don't do that on any other games. I did it on this game, though. I did a hack where I can fish like 100 fish a second. Now, fishing in this game normally takes about a minute. About every 1 minute, you can catch one fish, or maybe every 30 to 40 seconds. But I could catch 100 fish a second, and it never eats bait, and it never broke my fishing rod, so I never have to repair. And I could see what fish I would get before I fished it, and there's so many little things. I could teleport anywhere in the world. I could fly, super jump. I could do magic arrows where I would shoot an arrow into the air. It would vacuum all of the enemies into a ball, instantly kill them all, and then vacuum the loot to me. So I could just suck up, and not just enemies, but like plants and gatherables. So I could just float above the map and vacuum up everything on the entire map instantly. And, like, I'm not joking. I am not kidding. This game was super hackable. And once I did that, I had, maximum level stuff everywhere. Now, they made a little parkour thing. You know those games where, like, you climb a high building or you climb a high thing, and then if you fall, you lose, like, 40 minutes of your time having to climb back up it again. Like, getting over it with Bennett Foddy kind of games. They made a little parkour track in the game, and all I did is on day one, I just flew up to the top and completed it in 5 seconds and held the record forever. And I never got banned. There was no cheat detection, and they could see the leaderboards. Swole Benji somehow beat our track in 5 seconds. Wonder how he did that. Oh well. Now, legitimately, I think someone beat it in 17 seconds because they like glitch bounced in a corner and got launched into the end. But it is what it is. Pal World. I made one video on this game, and that video did amazingly well. It's possibly, from like video production to views ratio, one of my better ratios. And I really should play more of this game, but I don't have anyone to play it with, and the game is more than solved. But I'm also super afraid that if Nintendo wins its lawsuits, they're going to come after all the YouTubers that covered the game. So I'm just kind of keeping it at a distance, I guess. Path of Exile. I love the original Path of Exile. I played the alpha of Path of Exile because back in the day, I emailed Chris Wilson. I was like, hey, I work in retail, and I would love to play your game and maybe cover it for YouTube. And he gave me permission at the game key. He gave me access. He gave me a legal disclaimer saying that for my YouTube channel, I was allowed to post videos and use the music on anything I wanted. And yeah, really, really cool guy. The game was all right. I did do a lot of free QA testing for it, and a lot of things got fixed before it officially came out, but I never fully mastered the game because I was stuck in the loop of I would watch a YouTube guide, and then I would do the guide, and it wouldn't work, and then that would be my entire work week because I still had a job at the time, and I'm not like I would burn 80 to 100 hours on a build. It would get nowhere. I'd be broke, and I have to wait till the next season to try again. And after doing that for like 4 to 5 years or something, I just said no more. I'm not doing it, and quit. Path of Exile 2. I made a video on this not too long ago. Oh, I guess last year I did, but this sucks. It's a Souls-like game. It's not like Path of Exile 1. It's cheap. It feels like Chinese slop. It is gross. It's not fun. It's tedious, and it's boring, and graphically it looks alright, but that's it. That's all it's got going for it. It's not something I would want to play 20 hours a day, I'm sorry. Pax Dei, this is a scam game. This is an asset flip game. This is a game where one of the lead head honchos of the company, when asked in an interview what his favorite game is, said card games, because he couldn't name a video game, because he doesn't play video games, because he's not a gamer, because he's just in it to launder money or something, okay? This game is an absolute scam. It's pay to win. I was gifted this game by Boss Lobbies to help him in the game, and then he just kind of ghosted me after a while. I don't know why, man. Come back. But it could have been fun if you have a bunch of people to play with, but the griefing in it was top tier. No one plays this game. It's completely dead. There's too many servers and not enough people. It's just crappy Unreal Engine asset flips and copy-pasted, game mechanics. That's all it is. I don't know what Peggle is, but it's something my girlfriend probably played at some point. Phasmophobia, something my girlfriend played. I know what this game is. I've seen it. It's like you talk to ghosts over the mic, and you try to figure out who the ghost is that's haunting the house with the clues that it gives you. PlanetSide 2. I love the hell out of PlanetSide 2, but I did have to work a wagey job, so I couldn't grind it as much, and the pay to win kind of ruined it for me. I was what was called a mosquito pilot. I was very good at it, and at some point they had these pay-to-win little anti-air rocket launchers that got released into the store, and then everyone bought them, and then I couldn't fly a mosquito anymore, so I quit. Plate Up, that's a game my girlfriend plays. Prismata, oh, this game, I hate it. I hate this game so much. This game, if you are not like college-level algebra math wizard, you can't play this game. This game was free at some point on Steam, it probably still is, but it had like 100,000 players, so I had to check it out. And, the single player was okay. It's like a weird little card game of sorts, but it's so over-meted. It's so over-meted that anytime you try to do matchmaking, the people just they're just too math smart, and you can't get anywhere. You just auto lose every single game, and it's just pure suffering if you're not like a super math algebra wizard. Project Zomboid. I was gifted this game by that lawyer guy I complained about earlier, and I told him I didn't like the controls, and he didn't refund it. So I haven't even played it enough to, be locked in, but I want to like the game. I think it's fun to watch YouTube videos about the game. There's a lot of creative people in the space, but the controls are ass. Quaver is, it's just DDR. That's all this is. It's just it's just a crappier Stepmania. That's all it is. But it's still pretty good. I played this when it was popular, and I used a metal pad, and people were very impressed that I could play the hardest songs. I used to be a tournament player for DDR games, so there goes that. Now, the Quinfall, I wanted to like this game, but I couldn't get over the tutorial and the start, so I played it for 20 minutes, and I was such an asshole on the Steam forums, and the devs treated me super nice, so I felt really bad, and I wish I could advertise their game and give it kudos, but I just could not get over the start of it. This is an indie MMORPG made in Turkey. It's probably pretty good if you could just get over the tutorial, but I couldn't. I just rage closed the game and never opened it again. I don't know what Railgods is, but apparently I got it free at some point. I have no idea what this game is or how I got it. Rend Alpha, I never played this. Again, I just got it for free. It says demo, whatever. I guess it's something I thought about playing and never played. Repo is something my girlfriend's been playing, but I don't have any friends. And apparently they're going to add matchmaking. And then when they add matchmaking, I will then try it out and make some funny memes. Royal Quest Online. This is Albion Online before Albion Online. This is a very old MMO from like the early 2010, 2012, I think. It died, and then they brought it back, and it's okay, but no one played. There's 743 people playing it, which is a dead game to me. Like, I would love to play this, but there's just... Come on, show the screenshots. Like, it's all right looking. It's old. It's 2012 old, but it's Albion, but you can pan the camera around, and it's got like a million spells. Like, look at all the abilities that you can use. Look at this person's hotbar. They have like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Like, they have like 30 different spells. I love that with MMOs. But it's all right. It's basically Albion Online, but better. But if no one's playing it, is it really better? Sam Alwa Idol. This is a tower defense game. The dev gave this to me. I broke the game by cheating, and he asked me how to do it, so I showed him how to do it, and then he patched it, and that was it. I did that in 87 minutes. Cool. Scavengers. This was a fun game. However, you would get matchmade with absolute idiots or bots or people that never spoke or people that were terrible, and you were matched against pre-made teams, and that's what killed the game for me. I didn't want to play against pre-made teams. Also, there were cheaters. It's just a survival extraction game. SCP, Secret Laboratory. This game is awesome. This game is ballin'. If you need a game to voice chat with people, this is the game to freaking play. I have thought about reinstalling this so much. But you can have chats. People will blast ear spam memes over the mic. I guarantee you, if you played this right now, people are going to spam the Minecraft movie memes like Nether Portal, Diamond Armor, full set. Like, that's what you're going to hear the entire freaking time you're playing. And to me, that's hilarious because I have autism. Slimecore playtest. This was shilled by ex-Blizzard devs for me to give it a try, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I never did because no one's playing it and there's no one to play with, so I can't play it. Spirit Tea. This is an absolute slop of ugly-ass dumb game that tries to emulate Harvest Moon, I guess, but it fails because the art style is so gross and ugly. However, the person that runs their Twitter account was very based, and that's why I made a video on it, because that guy was insanely based. Look how ugly the game is. The game is absolute slop, right? It is a gross art style that I cannot respect, but the guy on Twitter was based, so I made a video on it, and I still shit on it, so whatever. StarCraft. This is like some Minecraft zombie survival shit. I don't know, man, but I didn't like it. I just couldn't find it interesting. Not enough people played it. There's no video potential here. Starfield. I did not like Starfield. However, I knew that any game Todd Howard makes gets a lot of eyes. And for whatever reason, I became this game's biggest content creator for the first couple of weeks of the game. And that is so cool. Because if this game held that player base and momentum, I could have retired. I could have retired forever. And everything would be settled. I could eat the best food and live in a nice neighborhood, but no, the game died because it's not that good, and that's just how it is. But I did. This is probably the most successful thing. Playing this game, despite how bad it was, is the most lucrative, successful thing I have ever done in my life, and that's kind of sad to say. Like, it's kind of embarrassing to say. Supermarket Together. This is a free-to-play game. It's a little wacky. I'm going to tell you right now, I worked in a grocery store for 13 years. It does not feel like working in a grocery store. I would join random servers and then dupe milk cartons of milk for people, and they would love me for it, and that was about it. I played it for like 3 hours. Sword of Convaleria. I absolutely adore this game. This game is the spiritual successor to Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre. It has a lot of the same devs and the musicians and teams working on this game. This game is from a Chinese company, and it is a gacha game, which means you can't just play the characters you want to play. You have to do stupid gambling things to try to roll for them, and that's where the game lost me. I spent the game also time gates you. You can't just play it as long as you want. You have a limited amount of resources you can earn each day, and then after that, you can't play anymore. for the main game mode. You can play other game modes like the story, but who cares about the story? So it took me 70 days to hit level cap, and you could probably do it in about 62 days if you're really efficient, or 58 days, 54 days, but ugh, that's real min-maxing. Not casually playing, but 70 days for me to hit level cap, and after that, that's when the game begins. And after that, you run out of quests, you run out of rewards, and after that, you're basically forced to card swipe. No one plays the game, though. The game has a very low player count, and if I was wealthy, I would probably still play this, but I have no money in real life, so I can't play this. Trading Card Shop Simulator. This is one of my girlfriend's games. I did family share it to play it for a little bit, and it's okay. It's just a store simulator game. Not my favorite. All right, now we have Throne and Liberty, and I actually very much enjoyed this game. I think this game had phenomenal music. The character models were gorgeous, as they usually are from Korea. And I like the gameplay loop. However, there is nothing to do as a solo player after you hit level cap. The grind is absolutely atrocious if you're solo, and there is no real good PvP to be had as a solo because it's just Zerg fests. If you don't like the guild stuff, or you can't find a guild where you have like-minded people, then you're just crap out of luck, okay? And I tried to find guilds. I tried to find guilds on every single server, and I just couldn't do it. So I couldn't play this game. I'm sorry, but I really wanted to play it. I really wanted to. And this game, like Albion Online, is lacking legit good guides. Now, you may be thinking, oh, but the Koreans would have that market quartered. No, they kept all the good stuff secret. They didn't min-max and investigate every little thing this game has to offer. There is an entire black hole of content creation guides that can be made for this game, but without a group or a guild to back you up, you literally can't make the content. I have no idea what this game is. It says I played it for 12 minutes. I don't have any memory of ever playing this game. Town of Salem 2. I wanted to like Town of Salem 2, but it's a free-to-play, or rather the free-to-play version that I played. It limits you on how much you can play a day. Everyone that plays is a meta slave and speaks in code and jargon, and it's cringe. The devs are weird furries, and I don't respect that, so I just stopped playing. And I would rather just go play Mafia on StarCraft II or something. This was some random game called Undefeated. It's a superhero simulator. You fly around like Superman, you get shot, nothing happens. It's basically a tech demo. I played it for an hour. If you want to feel like what it feels like to be invincible from that show Invincible, then play this game, I guess. Unpacking is a game my girlfriend plays. V-Rising. I actually enjoyed V-Rising the game. However, it suffers from wokeness in the fact that it has weirdos managing its Discord server. It has weirdos on the dev team that ban you if you PvP the wrong people, apparently. It's like if you play a PvP game and they ban you for PvPing because you're smart about it, then it's not a PvP game. It's a cringe game. But gameplay-wise, it's okay. There's only like a couple thousand people playing it. I still have like 4 or 5 giveaway codes for this game that I just don't have any friends to give it to, and I also have a bunch of DLC codes I could give away, and it's a real shame the game didn't do better, but, you know, it's kind of the devs' fault and the Discord Janny's fault for tanking the game so much. Like, a lot of hardcore PvP, like, almost everyone I know has been banned from this. Even a bunch of Albion players that never did anything wrong, that just played the game normally, got banned, just for playing the game, just PvPing. Vault Breakers, I was invited to play this on a playtest, and by the time I got around to it, the playtest was over, so I have 1 minute of playtime, which is just the launcher. I wanted to like War Thunder, but I could only ever find bots. I could never find real people to play with, so 54 minutes is where it's at. I played Darktide, the beta, and I hated it, and I made some troll videos, which were really funny. Like, someone's kid was screaming in the background, and I got some people upsetty spaghetti. But other than that, the gameplay sucks. It's like 4-player co-op PvE slop. I don't know what this game is, but it was free if you downloaded it on a certain day, so it's in my library. Warlander. By the time I tried to play this game, I think the server's already shut down or something. I don't know. There was a lot of controversy about this being like a data miner or something. I don't know what the fog is, but it looks like it's Dead by Daylight characters. That's Claudette and that's Dwight. So I think it's just something my girlfriend owns. Who's your daddy? Okay, this is a game where the baby tries to kill the baby, and the parent has to save it. I don't own this game. This is just a game my girlfriend has. Will to Live Online. This is where the Swole Benji YouTube channel began, and it has a story. The story is that a streamer named Britbong, who currently streams on Rumble because he keeps getting canceled everywhere else despite following the rules, he played this game at one point, and I was hoping he would main it. I was hoping he would play it for more than like 3 days. So I rapidly learned this game so that I could support him and his stream by killing all his haters and giving him a bunch of cool stuff, because he's a cool guy. I met him on 4chan way back in the day. He used a trip code. I used a trip code. We became easy friends, and he doesn't really play the same games as me anymore, and he's got his own community. Like, he actually has a real community of people, whereas I don't have a community. His Discord's always popping, but he recently made it where you need a phone to be in his Discord, so I can't be in his Discord because I don't own a phone. It is what it is, man. But anyway, I started to play this, and this is a game with proximity voice chat. It's an MMORPG, and it's got PvP with semi-full loot. And I loved it, because I could grief everyone in this game. You just get a level advantage, you get a gear advantage, you go back to the noob zones, and you kill everybody. And like, I would kill a girl gamer streamer, and then like all of her simps would run up, and because I had such a gear and level advantage, they could all be shooting at me, and I could just heal through it and kill them all. It was great. It was such a power fantasy. Now, this game died during the time that I played it. There was like some mega clan that controlled the end level zones, but they kept getting griefed by everyone, and they wouldn't let me in their stupid clan. But there was so many players that quit the game that I was like one of the only people left still playing it, and they were like, yeah, you can go ahead and join. We're not going to bug you anymore. Just do whatever you want. So I had the whole in-game zone, to free farm for myself, and then I figured out all the secrets, all the money-making stuff for this game. I only made a few videos, though, on it. I didn't really publish videos on all the secrets, but I still know them. And this game is still alive, apparently. It's, think of the Stalker games, but an MMORPG, and that's what Will to Live Online is. World of Tanks was super weird. I played it for a little while, but like tanks would stealth, and that just weirded me out, and I don't know, and I couldn't find anyone to talk to about the game, so I just quit. Also, Anime Girls now. I don't know what's up with that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. This game is phenomenal, and it's so weird because I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As an early teenager, and when I tried to play it again, the rules had changed so much with so many new cards, but I still used an old deck that was really powerful, and it still works. I can still beat people with my old ass. It's a nurse burn deck, and I made videos on it. I made videos on this game, but they didn't do so good. But the music is some of the the best bangers of video game music like ever. This game soundtrack hits hard as hell. All right, here we are on another Steam account. Now, Action Hank was like a 6v6 arena shooter. It was actually very skillful, and there was a lot of interesting builds. The game died a long time ago. Don't know what this game is. It says I played it for 5 hours. I have no memory of this. Anomaly 2, no idea. There's a lot of games that I just got for free that I never played, and there's a lot of weird anime games, so please keep that in mind. I don't know what this is. Never played it. Probably some free game I scalped off of Reddit. Ark Survival Evolved. Hey, remember, it was free, so there you go. Ark Survival the Fittest. It was free. Art of War Red Tides. I love this game. This game was so cool. It died, though. The servers are shut down, and it was basically just a tug-of-war game. You build units, and they run down the middle and fight. It was so fun. I wish they would bring it back. I never played Brutal Legend, but it's the Jack Black game. Apparently, I own it for free, though. XCOM, never played this. Call of Duty. I don't know what Callie's Trials are, or Canyon Capers. These are all free games I scalped off of Reddit. You can say I have no playtime on Chip. Chivalry, Medieval Warfare. Hey, the game before Mordhau. Yeah, that's how old this account is. Last played August 12th, 2015. Circuits, no idea what that is. No idea what Clicker is. Close Order, no idea. Company of Heroes, never played it. Conan Exiles. I love Conan Exiles. This game was so fun. This game was it was great. This game was grief of the century, I'm telling you. Man, such fond memories of this game. When it was in alpha or beta or whatever, I found dupe methods, so I griefed entire servers. The way I got this game was I on Reddit, I was like, guys, if someone buys me the game, I will be your base slave. I will mine and build your base and defend it and yada yada yada. And some dickhead streamer, it was actually his audience, and he wasn't even a big streamer. He had like 20 viewers or something, and his name was Laser Bacon. I remember Laser Bacon, but One of his fans bought me the game. We played for like 2 or 3 days before he kicked me out of his clan and disowned me. And so I started griefing him. And, like, oh, man, fun times. Now, that guy, his streamer career never took off. He quit. And now he does furry art. Yikers, right? But, oh, man, I had such an amazing time. There's so many fun griefs in this game. There was, before there was a death timer, you could just kill your character over and over using the console very rapidly and flood the server with your corpse, which would lag everyone out. Then there was, if you built anything below the terrain, and you could build anywhere, natural resources would no longer spawn. So you could grief a server where they couldn't break things below the game's map. You could put a bedroll underneath a mountain under it. So you would spawn inside the mountain and build your base there. There was dupe methods. You could wall off the starter spawn with tier 2 walls. And there was no climbing back then, so people couldn't get out. But there was a lot of things you could do with Conan Exiles to ruin it. Now, I remember at one point, the devs of Conan Exiles was like, if you find a game-breaking glitch, we will pay you $500 if you tell us how to do it. And I did. I showed them how to do a dupe method. They never paid me, but they did patch the dupe method. And it's like, oh, okay, Funcom, I'll hate you forever. I'm not going to forget this. And I haven't. I don't know what the Count Lacunor is, but I remember that on my previous YouTube channel, these people spammed my email so damn bad. I was like, fine, I'll just activate your key, but I'm never going to play your game because you spam my email. Counter-Strike, we know what Counter-Strike is. Counter-Strike 2, Counter-Strike Condition 0, Counter-Strike Source. I've already talked about Counter-Strike ad nauseum. Crazy Machines 2, never played it. Dark Souls 2, not a fan. I got 72 hours, not a fan. I did grief the game, though, a bunch. Dark Souls 3, 8 hours. You can see I don't like Dark Souls games. But I believe my audience on my previous channel bought me these games. I didn't pay for them myself. The Darkness 2, no idea what that is. Day of Defeat, never played it, but I had friends back in a StarCraft forum that played it. But hey, free game's a free game. Deathmatch Classic, that's Half-Life. I'm not gonna read that one, but it's a solitaire game with anime girls. Dino D-Day, no idea what that is. Also, this account has Disney Dreamlight Valley because my girlfriend uses alt accounts. Devil May Cry, never played it, but apparently I own Devil May Cry. Might be relevant again. Dota 2, 204 hours of Dota 2. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, 34 hours. Not a bad game. It's all right. I min-maxed it, made some vids about it on my old channel. No idea what Fate is. Fistful of Frags. Now, this is a super griefy game. It's just a cheap Half-Life mod game, but a lot of fun grief in that. Forgotten Lore. The guy that made this game ran a 4chan Minecraft server, and I hacked the hell out of this game, and I could like instantly kill people in duels and stuff, and he had trading cards that you could sell on the market, so it was worth playing, but I think he banned me from his game. He didn't like me. Galactic Junk League. I don't know what this is, but apparently I played it for 6 hours. I don't have no memories of this. No idea what it is. Gary's Mod, 56 hours. Now, this is a game that is really fun to troll. Oh, man, lots of good memories. Gigantic, 9 hours. This game sucked. This game was way too sped up. It was a terrible MOBA, all right? Go Home Dinosaur, no idea what that is. Guns Up Icarus Online. I think I might know what this is. Oh, this was a cool-looking game that I never played, so I don't know. Guns Up. I was the #1 ranked player for this game, and the devs banned me for it. Yeah, I got banned. This game's dead anyway. It's long gone. It's been shut down. But this was just like, it was like a Clash of Clans kind of game. But I made like an all-sniper defensive thing with a lot of like mazes, and when people would fight my land, they would always lose. And I got up to rank #1, and number 2, number 3, and number 4, you know who held those places? The devs. So the devs got pissed that I was better than them at their own game, and they banned me for it. What a bunch of losers. H1Z1, does anyone remember that game? This is the test server, unfortunately, but still a good game. Lots of griefing back in the day. Half-Life, Half-Life 2, we know what these are. Half-Life Blue Shift, these are all, they came with other things. Healed to Death is family shared to my alt account. Here's General's Homefront. I don't know what Homefront is. I'm sorry, I don't know what this. Hydrophobia. No idea what this is. Probably something I yoinked off of a Reddit free giveaway thread. No idea what Icy is. Just Survive. It says I played this for 41 hours. This is H1Z1. This is H1Z1. That's what this is. This is like the base building mode. There it is. Kingdom Come Deliverance, the original. 55 hours. And I got the Virgin achievement. I love this one. 1% of all players got the... Really? Only 1% of all players got the Virgin achievement. Interesting. Some game called Love. No idea what that is. There's another Pretty Girls one. Again, these are all free games off of Steam that I've never played. Memoria. No idea what this is. Middle-earth, Shadows of War. Oh, this game was good. This game was so good. I actually made a really good guide on this game. And, I might take it from my old YouTube channel and edit it because it's very vulgar. It would not be monetized in today's day and age. And edit out all the vulgarities, and then post it to my main channel, because it's a really good guide. No idea what Moira is. Natural Selection 2. I really enjoyed the original Natural Selection. This is an Aliens vs. Marines mod, or it was a mod. Natural Selection 2 is its own original game. The people that made this made Subnautica. You probably have heard of Subnautica. The problem with Natural Selection is that if you have a really good alien or a really good marine, you can completely stomp the enemy team in the early game. But also, one player from each team is forced to play as an RTS, and the rest of the team is forced to play as an FPS. But the problem is if you want to learn the RTS aspects, you completely screw over your team. Or, if a bunch of clannies are playing the FPS version, and you're playing the RTS version, and you don't bend the knee to their demands, they vote kick you out. And then the game is lost, because most commanders will just sell everything and then rage quit when the clannies are vote kicking them. So it's a lot of drama. It's a fun game, but it's a lot of drama. No More Room in Hell. I don't know what this is. I played it for 21 minutes apparently. I don't know what it is. Nosgoth. Oh, Nosgoth. This game was unbalanced as hell. This was a vampires versus humans game based on the universe of that vampire thing. I forget I don't care. It was some vampire franchise from back in the day. I don't remember the name, but dude, every pub lobby, the humans got absolutely destroyed. The vampires were so overpowered. Now, in an organized team that was in a Ventrilo chat, which was back then Discord, right? The humans were very dangerous when they worked together, but the vampires in pub lobbies would just smoke everybody. The game had a loot system, and once you had really good loot on a build, you were just unkillable, though, in pub lobbies. Not the Robots, no idea what that is. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Now, I played this on PlayStation 1. I guess I got it for free off Reddit at some point. I got a lot of free games off Reddit, but this was a fun game. It's a side-scrolling platforming game where you have to rescue these little green alien guys, or not. And it's very funny and humorous, and I just remember some lines like, hello, okay, and like you would... there's multiple endings. It's a really charming game. Hey, there's Once Human again. One Night Stand. I've never played this. It's just a free game. Don't judge. Paranautical Activity. No idea. Never played it. Path of Exile. 764 hours on this account. And I have multiple. I have like 5 more Path of Exile accounts, all with huge amounts of playtime. Portal. Hey, look, it's Portal. I remember playing the original Portal. I don't know why it's not showing any game time. Weird, huh? Retrograde. No idea what that is. Ricochet. I know that's a Half-Life mod, I think. I don't know. Ring Runner. Again, I've never played these. Ripped Pants at Work. What a stupid fucking game. What a dumb... Oh no, you ripped your pants at work. Wow. Rogue State. None of these games I play. Oh, Rust. There's Rust. 114 hours into Rust. I know I played more than that. I don't know why it's not counting. Maybe I did it on a different account, but Rust is a fun game. Super griefable, but lots of cheaters. Sanctum 2, never played it. Scribble Space, never played it. Secret of Magic, Crystal, never played it. Shadow Warrior, not a good game. Don't play this. I played this on, like, Nintendo 64 or something. It was a dumb game. I forget what console I played it on. Super Lemonade Factory, never played it. Super Space Meltdown, never played it. Sword of Convaleria, there's that game again. Team Fortress Classic. I know I played this, but there's no playtime on it. Team Fortress 2, 191 hours. I don't, this game needs no explanation. You know what the hell this is. Tomb Raider 1, free game, why not? A Virus Named Tom. These are all free games. Visceral cleaned up. That's Shadow Warrior DLC. Again, it's free Reddit slop. I played Warhammer Vermintide 2 closed test for 8 minutes. You can see I don't like Warhammer. Wizardry 6, Wizardry 7, Wizardry 8. I've only played Wizardry 5 on, I think, Super Nintendo, but yeah, free games are free games. Whittle Tree Adventures. I played this for 18 minutes to get, like, the cards to sell. This game was stupid. Worms Revolution. Cool game, but I played it on console. Z1 Battle Royale. That's H1Z1, by the way. All right, now we can go over the Blizzard launcher. Let's see. Diablo 4 was a slop game, garbage game. Didn't like it. Oh, the PvP was awful. Diablo Immortal was worse. Terrible phone game. Black Ops. No, don't care about Call of Duty. Diablo 2. The game I have played the longest in my life was Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction. And that was my teenage years. Sucked into Diablo 2. I didn't play Resurrected that much because I don't have any friends and I don't feel like doing the trade crap and or RMTing. I just don't feel like it. But I held the record on Season 2 for the first 99, first level 99 on Season 2, so yay me. Diablo 3 was really bad, but the RMT was nice when the game allowed it. StarCraft 2, I play this at least once or twice a week. I hit play, you can see it's installed, and I just play custom maps with like tug-of-war games. That's about it. Maybe Mafia sometimes, but StarCraft 1 was a really good game that I played a lot of as a young kid and a teenager. I even was part of many StarCraft forums. Creep Colony, StarCraft Sector, Gamers Lounge, a bunch of them, dude. I forget the names, but I went by many different names on those forums, and they were alright. I don't really know anybody. They all went off to like college and crap. Heroes of the Storm. I have so much currency that I've never spent any of my currency that I've acquired playing this, but I really hated the experience sharing. It sucks. Overwatch 1 was okay. I actually got into the early beta because I emailed Jeff Kaplan directly, crying that I'm a wage slave in retail and I have this YouTube channel and I want to like get in early so I can maybe be like a content creator. This is on my old channel. And he gave me a key, and then I never made videos. I feel so bad. But back then, I couldn't pump out a video a day. I didn't have the skill set. I could maybe pump out one video a month. That's how slow my old channel was. I just didn't... It wasn't the same energy that I have now. Overwatch 2 sucks, though. It's whatever. I always get, like, chat banned, or I'll play just only Widowmaker, and people will be like, switch! And I'm like, huh? Are you quoting Sword Art Online? And then I'll get banned for, like, a week. World of Warcraft, I played that since 2004 until 2012-ish, and then I played Classic, but that's it. Whatever. We talked about StarCraft already. Hearthstone, I tried to play this as long as possible until I could not keep up with the pay-to-win bullcrap. As a free-to-play player, this game was suffering. World of Warcraft Classic, we talked about that. We got Warcraft Roll. I actually tried this out. But I bricked my account with stupid in-game, not real money cash, but like in-game currency purchases that I just bricked the account and there's no starting over. There's no undoing it. So I just don't feel like making a different Blizzard account to start this over. It's just a crappy turret defense phone game. That's all it is. All right, now games that I don't have a launcher for. Like here's Corepunk. I made some videos on it and I really want to private those videos, but they're still generating like 10 to 20 cents a day, and I need every penny I can get. I'm just too poor. But the game devs have like ghosted the game. They aren't updating it. The game is buggy as hell. There was a glitch not too long ago where you could just never die, so everyone farmed in-game super bosses solo, and they didn't roll it back. This game is just slop, man. It's also the Discord is just full of the wrongest of people in charge. Oh man, it is such a nightmare. And this game is also a clan fiesta. If you're not in a group of players, you're just screwed. And it's a massive grind, and you need alt accounts. It's just the worst aspects of every MMO ever. All right, then we got Minecraft. Now, y'all have not seen any Minecraft content on this channel, but I thought about it. And I really wish I got something out before the movie, but I am a Minecraft professional. I am one of the top Minecraft PvPers. I am one of the fastest. I can join a faction PvP server and have full diamond, full enchants, full potions as a solo player very, very quickly and just completely grief and eliminate and trash and kill everyone else on a fresh server. If I am not on a fresh server and I need to grief an experienced server or even a pay pig server where you can pay the admin for super godlike admin armor, I can still kill people with very creative use of game mechanics. My full creativity of griefing and PvPing really shines in this game. People think that Albion's a good PvP game. Bro, Minecraft is the PvP game. I'm not joking when I say that. I'm not memeing. If you don't know how to like gear swap mid-combat to repair your gear and swap it out, or how to use a fishing pole to lure people closer by pulling them and then attacking them, because you get a small frame advantage when you swing on someone being pulled by the fishing pole, or you can hit them but they can't hit you during the pull animation. There's so many little knick-knacky things that you can do in Minecraft, and you can absolutely trash so many people. If this game had proximity voice chat, I would never play anything else, but I think that's a mod that some YouTubers use. It's not something that people openly have. The closest thing you can get to is you join a Reddit server with a community Discord with a different name than the one you have in-game, and then you kill children and listen to them scream as you burn their house down and blow up all their stuff. Alright, last one, Star Citizen. I want to like this game, but I have no one to play with, and it's, this game is super griefable because everyone that plays it really sucks at video games, and so you can just completely dominate them, and now, like, griefing or PvPing in Minecraft is you're beating up children, but children put up way more of a fight than the old fogies that play this freaking game. I might revisit this game one day, but it's just, like, come on, like, if they haven't fixed dupe methods from, like, 4 years ago and you still log in and do them, they don't care about the game. That just goes to show you, like, they don't care. But also at the same time, I ran a sting operation where I faked a padram video to see if Redditors would mass report me, and they did. And to see if they would actually investigate the reports to see if they were truthful or not, which, of course, there was no investigation. They just went by the word of mouth of Reddit, put in the ban, and then whenever I exposed them for it, they were like, oh, well, even if you pad ram your friends, it's against the rules. It's like, bullshit. No, it isn't, because I pointed out, like, 30 other YouTubers that did it in their skit videos, their cinematic videos, and I was like, okay, well, where's their punishment? And they're like, well, we don't disclose that. And then I talked to the YouTubers, and they weren't like, there's a whole wormhole, or whatever you want to call it, of just how bad this company is. It is just the worst. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap up the video by just going over the top 100 real quick in on Steam and telling you why I'm not going to play it. Monster Hunter Wilds, I've no one to play with. I just don't think it's the game for me. Schedule 1 is about drugs, and I hate drugs. I am very anti-drug. I am very straight edge, clean guy, no smoking, no tattoos, no drugs, no alcohol. So this game is everything I hate, and I will not play it, even if you buy it for me. Apex Legends is old, I don't give a shit. Let's see, what else? Bongo Cat's AFK clicker game. Naraka Blade Point, old and Chinese. What else do we have? I'm waiting on Repo to get matchmaking, and then I might play it and do some voice chat stuff. Call of Duty, no one to play with. Game is slop. Rainbow Six Siege, I could probably get this for free from Ubisoft, because it is an Ubisoft game, but I would just troll and get banned. Let's just be real, it'd be a waste of time. Red Dead Redemption 2, I have this on console, and it's okay, but like online people just cheat, and there's no... It's client-side saving, so who cares? What else is there? There's really not a lot right now to do, or play, or anything. It's Kawaii Idol Clicker. There we go. That's gonna be my new game, guys. Right. Split Fiction. You need a friend to play this with. It's also botted by Chinese reviewers. So yeah, I can snuff that out immediately. What else do we have here? Destiny 2. I played this for 48 hours straight. Whenever it went free to play, the day it went free to play, the most popular day it's had with the most players. And in that 48 hours, no one voice chatted, but one guy did chat with me over text. One guy in 48 hours. That is terrible. So I don't know if that's all bots, NPCs, or people are just so antisocial they don't need to talk to anyone to play this game. But due to its lack of social aspects, I refuse to play it. But if I had friends, I would absolutely play it. What else do we have? Scum. That's still a thing? That's still around? Yikes, dude. What the hell? VTuber Studio. Really? You want me to be a VTuber, guys? Change my voice? Maybe I can get on the front page of Albion Online's launcher if I do that. Anyway, that's the video. I know this is something different, and people like to listen to me rant, so here you go. This is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, so here it is. 2,000 views, if I'm lucky. Click the video on the right side of your screen. If you don't, you will literally lose the last grandparent that you have in 2 months.